Interesting topic that I found. Big shout out to the Coli once again. Who had a bigger 1998? 1998 was a pivotal year in hip hop. That's when a lot of that big money really came to the table, and also that's where the streets came back and took over hip hop. Who had the bigger 1998? Was it DMX or JayZ? Now let me break it down, man. Look at how DMX started. DMX started with the features. He did the Survivor, the Illest tour. He was on the Locks, Ice Cube, John Forte, Onyx, uh, Cannabis Records. He was on LL's Records. DMX was everywhere. And I remember when Get At Me Dog hit the streets, everybody named Mama went crazy over it. So he dropped As Dark and Hella Hot that spring, and man, everybody gravitated to it. Then he dropped How It's Going Down that summer, and that brought the women in. The women was going crazy over this cat. Then he did Belly. Belly was big, even though a lot of people don't like the movie. It was big for hip hop at that time. So then to close the year out, he drops Flesh of My Flesh, Blood of My Blood, and he does 2 million off that, making him the only artist since Tupac to have two #1 albums that same year. So let's go to JayZ. After 1997, JayZ had a rocky year. So 98, he come back strong. He comes in with the Streets Is Watching soundtrack, which was big. That took all the bangers from the In My Lifetime Volume 1 album and put it in the movie screen, like a video movie scenario. That was major. Then he came out with Money Ain't a Thing, It's Alright. Those two songs had the spring on lock. Okay? It's Alright and Money Ain't a Thing with Jermaine Dupri. Those two songs were buzzing. Then he came out with Can I Get a Wood with Ja Rule and Emil. That was big for the summertime. So Jay was scorching as well. Then he dropped Hard Knock Life. A lot of people had a lot of mixed response to that album. I remember The Source giving that album 4.5 mics, which to me really was a solid 4. But it made its impact. It did 5 million. The Annie sample was crazy. People lost their mind when Jigga dropped that joint. So these two are basically Stone Cold and Rock. If you look at how they parallel in the WWF at that time, they were neck and neck when it comes to popularity. And the same thing with DMX and Jay. And I want to know, who do you think had 1998 on lock? In terms of sales, impact, features, song structure, albums, you name it. Me personally, I'm going to have to give DMX an edge by an inch because he closed the year powerful with 2 million sales of his latest album, Flesh of My Flesh. He closed the year strong. He closed the year with Belly. So he also brought that dirt bike culture into hip hop that wasn't heard before with the Rough Rider movement. It was like Jigga, he had the dope boys, he had the hustlers. DMX had the gritty niggas, the street dudes. So it was an interesting pairing. And not to mention, those two did great songs together. They have great chemistry on record as well. DMX was also on Hard Knock Life. So, who do you guys think had 1998 on lock? Was it JayZ or DMX? Let me know. Hip hop introspective conversation. Holla.